Welcome to the Buff Show, brought to you by House Scott Magaro. Attorneys for your appellate law firm needs, visit them at appealslawgroup.com. That's where we're broadcasting from today, and I'm very excited to be on the American Adversaries Radio Network and joined by Angela Smarrito. Glad to have you with us today.
Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to be here.
She is a great friend, great person, and does a lot of great things with local businesses. If you're on Facebook, you got to check out the group Business from a Distance. Angela, tell us a little bit about that group, and then we're going to get into some fun things you can do at home. Go ahead.
Hi. Well, actually, it's called Business at a Distance, but I appreciate that.
Business at a Distance.
Sorry, and I touched you too. I'm sorry.
Oh my
God. I didn't mean to.
Back!
It is called Business at a Distance. It is a Facebook group that I put together for online networking. I am in radio sales, and so a lot of what I do to generate my business is to network, and that's face-to-face networking groups and things like that. So now that nobody is actually allowed to meet in person, so I figured why not do it online at a distance and things like that. So again, I came up with the concept of a group, Business at a Distance, and I invited business owners that I know, and we started, like I said, I think the first day I had about 60 people accept my invite, and then I encouraged them to do what we call like your 60 seconds. Say who you are, what your business is, and sell yourself a little bit, and then what is a good referral, because the whole point of doing the networking is for other businesses and other people to understand who you are, what you do, so when they come across the idea that, or they meet somebody that is possibly a good referral, then they can refer you. And so networking is probably one of the strongest things that you can do to help grow your business, because you're maxing out your sales opportunity, because now I've got Matt out there saying, hey, I know somebody who's in radio that she might be able to help you. So ultimately that was the whole concept of Business at a Distance, and so far I'm super excited about the results.
Well, it seems to be working. Usually networking groups are together, but as you saw in a previous episode, being together is a little difficult right now.
Just a little bit.
But so these business owners, and it's really cool to see the activity on there. Like for me, I can add people in there that I know that works in business, and then they might find a service of something from somebody else that they didn't know before.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of great people that I've met for the first time in there, and I didn't even know they had that business or something like that. So
yeah, that's exactly.
Talk about the newness factor of just meeting somebody and how cool that can be.
Oh, well, I mean, like I said, I think it's phenomenal, especially because, like I said, right now, at the level that it is that I can personally vouch for the majority of the people. As businesses get added, then I'll make an effort to contact each one of them and make sure that they are a strong referral. But a good example was somebody got on there and was looking for a land surveyor. I don't know any land surveyors, but somebody that was on there gave a recommendation. Then the land surveying company reached out to me requesting to be into the group. So they made that connection. The person who asked for the surveyor made the connection, and the person who has a surveying company made that connection, and now they're going to be able to do business together. Another good example was we have a guy on there that he does like bathroom tile and things like that, and I've never met him before, but somebody else had invited him in. So I'm on social media, I see somebody on another platform asking for recommendations for exactly what he does. I connected those two, and I know he started the job today. So again, for me personally, I love making those connections, because obviously I'm in sales, I'm doing it, I'm prospecting, I'm totally transparent about that, but yes. What makes me really happy is to see these connections and see the business growing within not being able to actually call. So like I said, I can't say enough about how excited I am about it.
It's so great, and when we first met and you talked to me about it, now that we're moving around, we couldn't find a place to meet.
I know.
We're like, how about sitting outside? Well, that's nixed. They've closed the outside places of restaurants. So we met in the park, like a couple drug dealers. So that was fun.
It was a little weird, but like I said, we're being socially responsible.
We got the picture to prove it too. Social distancing. And I was like, hey, Angela, tell me about what you do. No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that far. But now she has her papers from the radio station. So if she gets pulled over, I have the papers.
I'm essential. But I was
She's
going to say,
essential.
it made me feel like I have like I'm a dog breed or something.
Yeah, I know. It's not adoption papers. It's essential service papers. Very nice. Now let's get personal in our last few minutes here.
Okay.
You have had a remarkable weight loss and physical journey for yourself. Can you talk about that a little bit? Because what I want to ask you after you talk about your journey is to talk about what people can do at home. Because right now people are doing three things: eating, sleeping, drinking, and binge watching the living hell out of Netflix. And that's it. That turns into a weight problem over time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So talk about your journey, and then let's talk about what people can do at home.
Okay, absolutely. So it's been about a year ago, working I work full time. I have 2 children, husband, dog, cat. I have a whole thing, and I was just
The great American family.
I was just feeling very blah and heavy, and I was heavy. I mean, I was probably at my heaviest weight other than being pregnant. And like I said, I've learned a lot through a company called Nuviva Medical Weight Loss. And so, but I made a commitment at that time to get my health and my weight in check. So I started. And the reason that I bring Nuviva up is because I'm not self-taught. They taught me everything that I know about nutrition and what works for me and things like that. So happy for you, Nuviva. You're getting some plugs right now.
Yeah, talk about some free publicity. Hey, we'll talk to you about a sponsorship soon.
I know, right? But with them is that I was able to go in and weigh in, and they actually worked with me on my body type, and they, like I said, 80% of your weight loss journey is going to be about what you eat. It really is. And so there's certain things that for certain body types work and for others don't. Like, I know that I can consume carbs, but it's going to be like a whole wheat type of carb and things like that. So I meant and again, my weight journey was something that meant so much to me. A lot of it did have to do with alcohol consumption. I cut that out altogether. I know
Right, you cut drinking out altogether?
I did, and I'm not gonna lie.
That's a little concerning.
It's a little concerning, but for me it makes sense. I mean, because again, it's something that my body doesn't process right anymore.
That's right.
I'm not.
If you're going to be serious about it, you got to do what it takes.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's for everybody. You don't have to cut all your booze out, but I'm saying that that's for me. It changed my skin. It changed the way I sleep. It changed my weight. It changed so much. But again, that's not what I'm here to talk about. But like I said, that's for me. So yes, I lost, my goal was to get to 135, which was a good 20 pounds, but right now I'm about 128, and that's where I maintain.
That's amazing,
So,
huh? Let's hear it from the audience.
And
Yay.
it's so funny, 'cause I love showing before and after pictures, but I think my hubby sometimes is like, all right, you're good, Ange, you're good. You
Quit showing pictures of you half naked out.
Exactly.
Please.
And then as far as like, yes, right now it's very difficult to probably keep everything in check and staying in shape. So the things that and again, I'm all self-taught, I'll talk to Nuviva, is to make sure, well, you know what the best thing you can do is get up, instead of walking around in your pajamas, put on your bathing suit and just walk around the house all day long.
At the beginning, that would make you feel a little self-conscious.
And then every time that you want to go to the refrigerator, you just take a glance in the mirror, and that will remind you. Kidding, all kidding aside.
We've all seen The Nutty Professor. He had the little pig alarm system in his refrigerator.
Oh, that's right.
Are you recommending the pig alarm system?
Yeah, or either that or just a note that says
It opens
you're
the
not
door.
hungry.
Oink, 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 oink.
But what I would absolutely recommend is to do certain things to cut down as far as cut up celery, carrots, the things that you actually like. And
Stuff rabbits eat, yes.
Yes, stuff that's readily available. So when you go to the refrigerator and you want that snack, and instead of grabbing, like except for the pantry, the chips and stuff like that, grab those things that you know are not going to crash your diet. I like to cut up strawberries and put them in the freezer so they're nice and cold. So to me, that's like a sugar treat, because if not, I'll do the same thing with Dove chocolates.
So then you take the strawberries, dip them in sugar, dip them in chocolate, and then eat the strawberry.
You can, I suppose.
But you shouldn't.
But probably not.
Just eat the strawberry. It's sweet.
And like I said, I know that this is a trying time for everybody, but y'all's health is so important, not just for your physical health, but for your mental health. And so do everything that you can to try to stay active. You are still allowed to walk around. You are.
Walk the neighborhood. A lot of people have pools in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Do some laps in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there some exercises they can do in front of the TV?
Well, I mean, there's all sorts of different YouTube video exercises that you can do, but I meant make a commitment to stand up and while you're watching your Netflix and do a series of squats. Hold on to the side of your couch. And
We will
just
now demonstrate the squat. Now, just kidding. Go to YouTube for that.
Push-ups, squats. There's a million different things that you can do in your house, and just set the time aside to do it because you will thank yourself when everything's said and done if you do keep it in check. So that's my health 2 cents of the day.
Well, see, we thought it would be a good idea to have you on and talk about that because the biggest problem in this country is issues due to weight.
Absolutely.
Heart disease and all that falls in that category. So if you're being forced to be locked down, don't be locked down in the aspect of, like you said, go out and walk around. It's not bad to walk around, get in the pool and swim, do the squats and stuff like that, and eat correctly. Don't dip things into chocolate unless you're me. Do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly.
Well, Angela, I really appreciate you stopping by.
Oh, absolutely. It's so much fun being here. Thank you.
Okay, good. We'll see you next time.